Good afternoon from Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Sunday. The rains have passed. The sun is out. 82, sunny, but it's kind of muggy. A little bit humid after the rains. Rained for a good bit yesterday, so that was cool. I encountered some very strange mushrooms yesterday. Let's take a look at, I think I got a video. I definitely got some pictures. Let's take a look at that real quick. I was looking over here by my sugar snap peas, which I need to harvest some of those today, which is why I was looking over here. And I see this reddish orange just sticks out. And that is gotta be some type of mushroom. What in the world? Tubular. Kind of slimy and brown on one end, on a couple of them. But yeah, flies seem to love it. I'm not sticking my nose in there, but yeah, one of them there. There's another little one. Just coming up. And another one over here. No clue. Never seen anything like that before. And out here in this garden, we had a mushroom invasion before. We've got it again. And they're dying off. They'll all be gone this afternoon. But they're just covering the wood chips everywhere. You can't take a step without walking on them. Yeah, I was just looking around and that sticks out, the bright reddish orange, and yeah, those are strange. Had to look them up, and with the help, I put a picture on Instagram and a bunch of people knew exactly what it was. What the fungi is that? It's a stinkhorn, dog stinkhorn. There are several names for it. Devil's dipstick is one of the names for it. But yeah, there were flies all over it. Drew told me to go grab it and smell it, and I'm like, no! So yeah, that was interesting to see him. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see him. That's definitely for sure. I'd never seen a mushroom like that before in real life, so very cool. Oh yeah, and then the garden, back to Eden wood chip garden area, was just covered in those little ink cap. And then, yeah, mostly ink caps, a few other varieties of mushrooms out there. Very interesting. Okay, I got some updates. Let's start off with number 2. Afternoon, number 2. Okay, so last night after dark, there were 3 baby chicks in the incubator that successfully hatched. So once it stopped raining last night, I brought them in here, tucked them under number 2, and all is well. So she had 5 that she hatched, and now she has 3 from the incubator. And you can see the difference in size. And a little black one. That's cool. And, oh yeah. So everything is good on the number 2 and baby chick front. She's got 8 that she's raising, and they'll be in here for a couple more days, and then I'll get them a bigger brooder. Can I snag those eggs now, number 2? I think I should. They're all little chickens. They're afraid of me. They ran back, but they made it through the rains the past few days. So that is very good. Put some dry hay in there today, and they were afraid to walk on it for about an hour until they got hungry. But yeah, Now it looks like they're stuffed and taking an afternoon break. These are all first generation olive eggers from Welsomer father, Whiting True Blue hens, or Whiting True Blue father and Welsomer. Pole beans are looking good. Yeah, they're reaching for a pole. They are gonna start reaching for a pole. One thing I did first thing this morning before I let them out of the coop is I rearranged their fencing a little bit. And I'm not gonna get, that's the pepper garden bed. And I need to plant stuff in there, but I'm not gonna get to it in the next few days. So I figured I'd open it up so that they could take a stab at that greenery, which is coming up. And I've also been letting they're not so baby anymore, the ones in this brooder, with the rain, you know, after the rain I always like putting a fresh load of hay in there, dry hay. And so I've been letting these guys out for the past week or so, and yeah, they're doing good. They are, well, within the next week, once I get that other, yeah, Larry, once I get that other coop built, they will all be dispersed into other flocks, and I will probably move number 2 and her young ones into here. But yeah, they're all pigging out right now, while the main flock is over here getting some afternoon salad. We like afternoon salad. Let's see, these are the green leg bands. Those are my 3rd generation 50%. Yeah. They respect their elders. They aren't dumb. But the green bands are olive eggers, and the blue and purple bands are Whiting True Blue purebreds. But they can run back underneath their little brooder there, lickety split, to get away from anybody who might be chasing them. So they've been doing okay the past few days. Yeah, one thing after a big rain, I like to put another layer of old hay in the bottom of the coops. Right, Betty White? Yeah? I do. Almost every time after a big rain, you get some fresh hay. And that, once it builds up, I'll either haul it out of here or move the coop. And I also sprinkle around a little diatomaceous earth. So that diatomaceous earth doesn't hurt, does it, Betty White? Do we got any eggs in here? I see a little Welsomer running around. Hey, little Welsomer, did you give me a brown speckled egg today? Not a bad egg, little Welsomer hen. Where's everybody going? You guys are some really pretty birds. That was a good enough project for Sunday afternoon. I got all my chicken coops and brooders all have a fresh layer of dry hay. So that really helps out. Yeah, it takes a while to get all that, and and I got to peel off the top layer of the hay to get to the drier stuff underneath, and it's all tangled up. So it's a real chore getting the dry hay out of there. But I got it all done, and everybody has dry hay in their coops, and that helps me out also, because after the rain, all that hay in there will help prevent muddy eggs. And I don't like washing muddy eggs if I don't have to. Another thing with the muddy eggs, on the blue and green eggs, when they get muddy, they'll like stain the egg a little bit. There'll be little brown blotches on the egg. So yeah, it kind of yeah, messes up the pristine blues and greens with the little brown blotches. So I do like to avoid mud on the eggs if I can. Yeah, and I had plenty of muddy eggs yesterday. Nothing you can do about that when it's raining all day. All right, so chicken chores, chicken maintenance. Yeah, it's a day. Late afternoon, it's getting hot. It's like 95, very humid. Cats are, here comes Fifi. I'll try to get some cat footage before I go in for the afternoon. Oh, I have one more thing I need to get, and then I will show you the indoor projects from last weekend when Ridgeview Homestead and Hickory Ridge Homestead and Greg and Monica came down. There were a few indoor projects that they just cranked out and are wonderful, and I've got to finish them, but there's one more thing I need to get, so we'll have to hold off for a few days. I don't want to go into Russellville for it, so tomorrow morning I'll call around to Boonville, which is closer, and see if I can find it in there, and then hopefully, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll get around to it. No big deal. Life goes on without having a project all the way complete for a few days. What else can I tell you? Babies are doing good. I did not get a very good hatch rate on that incubator. Yeah, who knows with that one. See, I grabbed those eggs. Those were all older eggs, so I'm gonna blame it on that because I didn't have any warning. You know, number 2 went broody, and boom, I had to find eggs to put under her. And then I wanted to get more eggs right away to put into the incubator so that I could piggyback onto her eggs, which worked. She's got 8, so 8 is better than 0. Okay, enough of my rambling. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Rain or shine or sleet or snow or whatever you had. Make it good. Thanks for watching. Take her easy, everybody. I found Fifi. You found a good spot there? Looks like a good spot. Can't decide sun or shade, so a little bit of both. That works for me, Fifi.